you're away from it. We're trying to see if they can put them upstairs. Yeah. Because I'm gonna talk to Are you ready to speak in front of everyone?
I don't have to do it.
Oh, you don't?
And it's just me. I have a couple of names I'm still thinking about. I was trying to find the seniors over there, but nobody's sitting in their spot. So I'll have to find them in graduation. But I did go and find them off that, so I don't have to say anything about it. That was the one I was afraid of, because it's the first thing I even said, everyone else is fine. So are you guys trading out after the second hour?
I think we're trading out like every 15 minutes. It's us and like 6 of them. I hope so.
You guys are in the full time.
Yeah.
As you go up, it's even hot over there. Did you guys know there's power outage here up there? I was here at 4 o'clock and it was like 4 of these files. Like you can like off, off, and then eventually they just off. And I was in my room at the middle of the school. I was like, oh, where's my phone?
Apparently I'm at work. I work at Price Shop there. Apparently it was also
Yeah, so it wasn't just the school. It's been a while since I've been out of it.
I wonder what happened.
It's the rain or something. Hi.
Dude.
Hi. I've been stuck. I've been stuck. Going over there? Going over there. Yeah. I'll go with you and then we can just talk to each other. Okay, that's fine. I did throw my phone.
No, this is called Class.
Test, test.
How you guys doing today? Is this being recorded or streamed or both?
Our YouTube channel is Tiger TV.
All one word?
It's just Tiger TV.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, there's some really cute ones. They're like, I don't like them, but I like the shoes. I like her shoes. Sorry. Are we gonna just sit? Am I gonna sit in right now? Great.
You may be seated. Good morning. It gives me great pleasure to welcome family, friends, students, and staff to Blue Valley High School with Class Day 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, this feels good. Class Day is a very special day in which the school community unites to recognize and reflect upon the achievements of the senior class. This tradition-rich ceremony provides an opportunity for the class to share accomplishments and pass on the legacy of Blue Valley High School. Needless to say, we are grateful to be able to assemble here this morning. A year ago, we could not do so. Over the course of the past year, all of us have had to confront, endure, and strive to overcome the physical, emotional, and mental challenges of an unprecedented time in our nation and the world's history. That journey continues, but today, you being here is a celebratory milestone that indicates that we have overcome. To our seniors and your parents, my goodness, where's the time gone? Seems that it was just yesterday that it was 2008, the first day of kindergarten for the class of 2021. Philadelphia Phillies won the World Series that year, the New York Giants the Super Bowl, and the University of Kansas won the Orange Bowl. Seriously. And the basketball team later went on to win the NCAA basketball championship. Taylor Swift and Zac Efron were the heartthrobs, and Barack Obama, the 44th President of the United States, the first African-American to hold that office, was Time Magazine's Person of the Year. The world endured the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression, swallowing a loss of more than $2.8 billion. Google released the first public version of the Chrome browser. The Dark Knight, Iron Man, Indiana Jones, and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull ruled the box office. From American Idol, Dancing with the Stars, 2.5 Men captured the TV market. Alicia Keys, Kelly Clarkson, Kenny Chesney, the Jonas Brothers, and Lil Wayne ruled the airwaves. Air Hogs, Lego City, and Monopoly Here and Now were the most popular holiday toys. Gas was $3.39 a gallon. And I did not know this, but in 2008, bacon became a cool food, giving rise to the phrase, "It's better with bacon." I kind of like that. As your kindergarten year came to a close, 10 kindergartners made their way to Blue Valley High School for something called Class Day. 7 of you were here that day in this very gym where you came up on this stage to receive the class key from the class of 2009. Needless to say, you stole the show with your cuteness, there were oohs and ahs, much like there will be today. I would like to introduce our 7 kindergartners to you today. I would ask that they please stand and remain standing when I introduce them. Please hold applause until all have been introduced. From Blue River Elementary is Josh Hannon. Josh will be attending Kansas State University Salina, where he will pursue a career in aviation. From Prairie Star Elementary, Piper Pichetti and Justin Debley. Piper plans to attend Florida State University and will be majoring in English education with a minor in Spanish. Justin plans to attend the University of Nebraska and major in biology. From Stanley Elementary, Miranda Holloway and Caroline Riffer. Miranda plans to attend Washington University in St. Louis and major in systems engineering. Caroline plans to attend Central Community College in Columbus, Nebraska, continue her softball career, pursue general studies while deciding on a major. From Stillwell Elementary is Will Piper. Will plans to attend Johnson County Community College and major in construction management. Finally, from Sunrise Point Elementary is Gabby O'Toole. Gabby plans to attend Millbury College in Vermont, continue her volleyball career, and pursue a pre-med track. Yes, indeed, how time flies. Congratulations to each of you. Needless to say, they've come a long way. Seniors, you've all come a long way. It has been quite a journey. It has truly been an honor and a privilege for me to walk with you through the past 4 years of this journey. Class of 2021, there is something about you. As I visited with you the past couple months about where you're going and what you will be doing, I'm excited about what lies ahead for you. As I have said many times, I'm extremely proud of you. Over the past 4 years, we've experienced highs and lows, laughed and cried. Through it all, I've had the pleasure of seeing this class develop great maturity, leadership, and a sense of resilience that is perhaps unique to you. Now, in a short time, you'll be celebrating your graduation, the culmination of a 13-year journey, and we will bid you farewell. However, before doing so, I'd like to take a moment to remind you of a few things that you've learned along the way. When you and I first met 4 years ago, we challenged you to believe in the power of the dream and make your mark on the Little High School community. You demonstrated that desire from the beginning, and you most definitely made your mark on this school community. You depart from Little High School with 13 National Merit Scholars, 8 finalists, and 5 commended. Your distinction of 68 AP Scholars contributed to the third largest number of AP Scholars in school history. 160 seniors are members of the National Honor Society, among our highest totals. Your 53 ACT Scholars is also among the highest number of ACT Scholars in school history. The class of 2021 is also home to 3 students who earned a perfect 36 on the ACT. Your class has reaped millions of dollars in scholarships today. Equally impressive are your generous contributions of food, toys, blood, thousands of dollars towards cancer research over 4 years, and thousands of hours of community service. One more interesting statistic about this class. There are 11 sets of twins in the class of 2021. Your success in the areas of athletics and activities has brought this school a national championship and several state championships over the past 4 years, including the BVHS State Championship this year, and frequent district, regional, state, and even national recognition. Numerous Scholastic Art Awards, 1 ratings in instrumental vocal music programs, multiple Blue Star nominations for our musicals, individual state championships in DECA, BPA, and journalism, and regional, state, and national awards, earned in art, business, dance, drama, debate, speech, cheer, world language, industrial technology, print, broadcast journalism, winter garden, vocational programs, are among your many accomplishments. Class of 2021, you have demonstrated to yourselves and anybody else who's watching the power of a dream. You demonstrated once again that Little High School is indeed a place where dreams can come true. On a personal note, over the years, I think it's clear that there are a few other things that you've learned along the way. In kindergarten, you learn to share. There are a few greater lessons. As I have stated before, and it bears repeating along the way, you've learned a lot from crayons. Some are sharp, some are pretty, some are dull. Some have unusual names, and all are different colors. But they all have to live in the same box. Together, what they can create is often beyond description. Through the actions of one of our school community members, I think you've seen that love conquers hate, and that your actions can be the ripple that will change the world. It was here that you saw how to live like a champion. That torch has been passed on to you, so go forth and live like a champion. You've learned that once a tiger, always a tiger. And finally, as you reminisce over the past year, I hope you realize that it's often the little things that make the biggest difference. Your willingness to think and act beyond yourself has made it smart and enabled you to enjoy the power of a dream. Parents, faculty, and students, our willingness to work together has produced yet another outstanding and highly acclaimed graduating class. As As always, teamwork continues to make our dream work. Class of 2021, it has been a different, but another great year. We say that again, another great year to be a Tiger. I challenge you to move forward, lessons in hand, and make this world a better place for everyone. I urge you to make a positive influence in the nation in which you live, and I encourage you to make a difference in the community in which you live. And finally, I say to all of you one more time, Class of 2021, I am proud of you. So get fired up! Become your dream. On behalf of the Class of 2021, I would like to thank an outstanding faculty and staff for your dedication and devotion to student learning through thick and thin. Thanks for helping this school community second to none. Your collaborative efforts this weekend and another dream will be realized. Class of 2021, we thank you for continuing the tradition of excellence at Blue Valley High School. We have asked you to make your mark, and you did. We have asked you to lead, and you have led. We have asked you to be first class, and you were. We asked you to believe in the power of a dream, and you have. And finally, we asked you to run to finish, and here you are. Class of 2021, we wish you well. Thank you. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to the class officers for the Class of 2021. Michael Pichetti, President, Warren Rhodes, Vice President, Addison Mock, Secretary, and Grant Griswold, Treasurer.
Welcome, Class of 2021, to your Senior Class Day. I know all of you are filled with anticipation and excitement for tomorrow, when you finally get to walk across that stage and receive your high school diploma. However, today is still a great day to be a Tiger, so let's stay present and celebrate our community here and now. Your wonderful senior class officers today will share a few words on what the Blue Valley virtues mean to them, and I invite all of you to show respect for the duration of the following speeches. I will first speak on respect and responsibility. Respect and responsibility go hand in hand. You cannot have one and be lacking the other. Respect is not given, but it is something that is earned. It is choosing to uplift yourself and others when it is easiest to criticize and tear down. It is choosing to do right when it is easiest to do wrong. And it is the ability to see and admire the value of others while not questioning your own intrinsic worth. Respect, most of all, is believing in the goodness of humanity. Respect is a great expression of love. Do not let your cards be hardened when the cards seem stacked against you. Do not let self-doubt creep in and rob you of joy. Do not let the faults of others take your opportunity to act with dignity and grace. Choose to live boldly and respectfully earned. As for responsibility, this virtue looks like each and every one of you. Class of 2021, you exemplify responsibility. It has taken the utmost commitment to resilience and grit to get through this past year, and even in the wake of ambiguity, you have remained hopeful. We have two choices in life: submit to our circumstances or rise above them. I have been so inspired in witnessing how our senior class refuses to allow life to happen to them, but rather takes what happens in life and finds a way to make it beautiful. As you move on from the walls of Blue Valley, I hope you continue to see responsibility as a commitment to staying hopeful, a commitment to staying joyful, and a commitment to living with purpose. Congratulations, seniors. Hello, everyone. Today I've been asked to talk about honesty, and honestly, honesty isn't always the easiest virtue to follow. Sometimes honesty is the scariest thing in the world. Giving complete and truthful information, admitting to our mistakes, being completely sincere with others is something every person has to work on. This year, more than ever, honesty was imperative. We had to be honest with ourselves and face the truth when it came to how much we could handle. We had to be honest with our peers when it came to our shortcomings. And we had to be honest with our teachers when the stress of online assignments and Zooms became too much. This year, we had to learn how to make honesty our friend. We learned the true benefits of being truthful, no matter how difficult that may have been. Hold on to this virtue and carry it with you. It'll take you far places. I was also asked to talk about courage. Courage is defined as the mental or moral strength to venture, persevere, and withstand danger, fear, or difficulty. It is important for us to be brave enough to do what we know is right, even if it isn't easy, and encourage others to do the same. And after this year, I can say with complete and definite confidence that each and every one of my peers has learned, if not mastered, the virtue of courage. Class of 2021, you rock this year. You faced every challenge and change that happened this year with complete and utter courage. From starting the year off online, then adjusting to hybrid, then adjusting to full in person, and missing out on countless traditions along the way, your courageousness did not go unnoticed. While I am optimistic this upcoming year will bring you nothing but joy and a multitude of opportunities, I also know that no matter what comes your way, every one of you in this room will dominate those challenges, opportunities, and adjustments with the same courage you built this past year. And before I let Grant take over, I wanted to leave you all with a quote that has brought me some peace this past year. God, universe, source, whatever you believe in, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Congrats, class of 2021. We made it.
Self-discipline is defined as the ability to pursue what is right, despite temptations to abandon it. I think that our class has had to struggle through this more than any of our predecessors because of the sudden change to online learning last spring and the abundant amount of freedom and lack of constant oversight we had. Especially as seniors, we have had to struggle through the choice to have self-discipline and keep pushing through our final year with measured success, or lay back, play on our phones during Zoom classes, or just not show up altogether. I passionately believe that no matter if you chose the former or the latter, we all know what amount of self-control we have and the oversight that we need to keep ourselves on track with our goals. Which, in my opinion, is a blessing in disguise, since few people at this stage of life have the chance to really get to know how they work and what areas they need to grow in. This past year has been a test run for life, in which we've learned about ourselves. Self-discipline is a character trait that we find in many of those who have been successful in their chosen fields. It is considered a hallmark of those who pursue and push through adversity to achieve their goals. So take pride in gaining a deeper understanding of yourself and the level of self-discipline. Challenge yourself to advance your self-discipline. Grow from where you are to where you need to be to achieve your dreams. Achieve dreams, follow discipline. My hope for us all is that we achieve our dreams. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm going to be talking about compassion and perseverance. So compassion is a sympathetic pity and concern for the sufferings or misfortunes of others' distress, along with the desire to alleviate it. It is the quality that allows us to step outside of ourselves and see and act upon the circumstances of others. Over our 4 years at Blue Valley, we have all shown compassion in different ways through our words and actions. Many students have shown compassion, such as Ava Jones, who started her own company to organize donations for Coats for Children when she was just in elementary school and continues it still today. Action is what separates compassion from empathy, sympathy, pity, or concern. As seniors, we have been recipients of compassion as our community of friends, parents, teachers, and coaches have given us gifts and notes of encouragement through Adopt a Senior when the last part of our junior year and majority of our senior year was turned upside down. Although this last year has been difficult and not how we would have ever imagined it, we still tried to make the most of it and support each other through it. From waving to people in the hallways to cheering on those involved in activities, clubs, and sports, we were there for each other. As we leave Blue Valley and begin the next chapter, keep this virtue close and let it be a guide. Perseverance is the continued effort to do or achieve something despite difficulties, failure, or opposition. Surviving high school when things are normal is a challenge in and of itself. The class of 2021 received an extra dose of this virtue as we navigated the challenges of this year. At the beginning, which started in September, not August, online school was a challenge. Zoom calls were very awkward and definitely not what we expected our senior year to look like. While Zoom may have given some of us the opportunity to sleep more or actually eat breakfast, it was frustrating to lose little things like talking to classmates and friends and having an hour of time requests. We also felt the disappointments of missing many of our lasts, such as homecoming and sweetheart, prom, and attending sporting events and activities. Wearing masks to school and while playing sports, and ACT and college-visit cancellations are other challenges that we face. Despite some of these seemingly insurmountable obstacles, we were steadfast in our determination to finish this year and make it the best it possibly could be. We've come a long way from our freshman days of being booed to where we are today. We leave Blue Valley with greater book knowledge and a great high school education, but equally important, we have learned perseverance that will be vital in the future. Thank you.
It is a time-honored tradition here at Blue Valley High for the senior class to present the school with a gift of appreciation. The class of 2021, in collaboration with the Student Council, has chosen to give the school a custom LED neon sign with their signature school phrase, "It is a great day to be a Tiger," lit up in bright yellow. The sign will be displayed in the main gym as a reminder to us all what a privilege it is to be a Tiger. The Student Council will oversee the sign installation over the summer, and it will be viewable next semester. Thank you.
Macy Journal. And from Sunrise Point Elementary, we have Drew Ransenberger and Mary Hill.
We would like to thank our future Tigers, the class of 2033, for their willingness to join us in our celebration this morning. You guys are free to go back to recess. The river, Bristol, Stanley, Silver, and Nice Point. This morning, in an attempt to synchronize with several other Class A ceremonies and accommodate the Cockrell Family Scholarship, we have several scholarships and awards that we will be presenting intermittently. 7 years ago, I had a Blue Valley High School patron inform me that the event that occurred in April 2014, taking the life of one of our students, Reed Underwood, inspired a local family to do something positive. In the words of a family member, we decided that we wanted to do an act of kindness to be repeated annually. We created an award to be presented to a very deserving, very kind senior on Class A. We have named this award the Spirit of Kindness Award. These words are to the recipient from the family sponsoring the Spirit of Kindness Award who wishes to remain anonymous. Congratulations on this wonderful accomplishment. Graduating high school wasn't easy and it took a long time, but you have made it. It is time to leave Blue Valley High School. Our school is a better place because you were here. You lit up every classroom you entered. You spread kindness through every hallway you walked. You treated each teacher and staff member with respect and showed concern for the well-being of your classmates. You're a wonderful person who possesses a very special quality. That quality is kindness. You're kinder than necessary. Kindness is your way of life. We know we can count on you to continue spreading kindness wherever your dreams lead you. The world is a better place because you are in it. Our recipient plans to attend Duke University, majoring in biology and music with an emphasis in the harp. The student happens to be one of the best harpists in the country. The 2021 recipient of the $1,000 Spirit of Kindness Award is Ms. Melody Zimmer. Each year, the Blue Valley High School PTO has honored a Blue Valley High School teacher as its Teacher of the Year. This award is voted on annually by the members of the senior class. Presenting this year's award is Senior Patrick Judy.
I'd like to start off by saying I can't explain how incredibly honored I am to be presenting this teacher with this award. Your persistence, patience, and willingness to be there when you're needed, to hold out a helping hand is unparalleled. I know you work incredibly hard, but you don't always make it easy on you, and it only makes you that much more special. Your passion for teaching and for your students' well-being and overall success is not taken for granted, and it will definitely never be forgotten. I think in a high school, being a math teacher and winning student voted on awards speaks volumes itself. Teaching a class where the majority of the students would prefer to be doing something else, and having your success with connecting and keeping students engaged is remarkable. At least for me, I can say, even though I'm graduating, you will not lose me as a student. I will most likely stay as prevalent in your life as your students next year. My classmates and I cherish and will continue to cherish your unwavering support and have security in the fact that it's never ended. Myself and many others can attest to how much we treasure and will miss our conversations, and that is not only because it takes us away from learning math. You help us with math, but also help us grow and become better people with an exceptional playing power. On behalf of the senior class of 2021, we would like to award Miss Wolves for being our most
At this time, I would like to introduce Athletic Director, Mr. Matt Orman, who will present the Kansas State High School Activities Association Citizenship Awards and the William G. Lowe Man and Woman of the Year Award. Each year, the Kansas State High School Activities Association recognizes one senior male and one senior female with the Citizenship Award. These students demonstrate sportsmanship, good ethics, and integrity, both on and off the competitive arena. This year, we have two outstanding winners who think of the team more than themselves and put others first. But I do have to say, this will be the first time I've given this award to a student who has received the yellow card. But the reason they received that yellow card on the team was after a big point, she jumped off the bench so far that the side judge warned the team with the yellow card. So this year's our Acacia Citizenship Awards go to Emma Williams and Luke Island. Each year, the Blue Valley head coaches select one senior male and one senior female to be the recipients of the William G. Lowe Award. These awards honor two graduating seniors who have displayed leadership and citizenship throughout their athletic careers at Blue Valley High School. In addition, years of participation and academic achievement are given high consideration. This year's Female Athlete of the Year goes to Elle Hemby. And the Male Athlete of the Year, Tate Gillen. Presenting the Rick Taylor Scholarship is Coach Dwight Williams.
All these awards are making me tear up back there next to Mrs. Rose. So, Rick Taylor played basketball at Stanley and coached at was then Stillwell for many years. Coach Taylor was crucial to bringing the communities together to form Blue Valley High School, and now even has his name on the court. The Rick Taylor Scholarship represents an individual that holds pride within himself as a student, an athlete, and a member of the Blue Valley community. This year, we had 8 seniors that applied for the scholarship. All 8 of these seniors hold a commitment to excellence on and off the court and are all deserving of this award. I'm sure the committee had a very difficult time deciding the winner. This year's winner, as a member of the basketball program, not only represents himself and his family, but also his fellow teammates and coaches. This individual is a leader and conducts himself in such a manner as to be praised, not only as a basketball player,
more importantly as a person. This individual has goals for himself as a student, player, and as a person. To attain these goals, he bases his lifestyle on hard work, 100% effort, sacrifice, persistence, and determination. Just as these ideals and details helped to bring wins on the court, they also helped reap rewards in the classroom and earn him respect as an individual. It is my honor to present this year's Rick Taylor Scholarship to Miles Lonnie.
Joining us today are District Superintendent Dr. Tanya Merrigan, Assistant Superintendent for Special Education Dr. Mark Schmidt, and members of the Cockrell family representing the Cockrell Family Foundation. 15 Blue Valley School District students will receive the opportunity of a lifetime today, thanks to the Cockrell family of Leawood. 13 years ago, the family set up the scholarship fund to help Blue Valley students continue their education after leaving high school. To date, the family has funded over $1.7 million in Cockrell Family Foundation Scholarship Awards to over 170 students who have attended more than 30 different post-secondary schools or programs. Please join me in welcoming the Cockrell family.
Morning, Tigers. How you seniors feeling? Three things. First, Jack Harris, congratulations. There you are. It's my nephew. And let's go Blue Valley Tiger baseball player today. Today, 2 Blue Valley High School students will receive one of the scholarships that are renewable annually for up to 4 years in honor of his or her accomplishments. One of our previous scholarship winners wrote the following in their essay application, and I quote, "I am not defined by my limitations, but I am defined by how I overcome them." In that spirit, I announce the following scholarships. When I call your name, please come up to the stage and accept your award. Joshua Pell. Joshua plans on attending K-State University. And next we have Olivia Sherlock. Olivia plans on attending Lynn University. Let's give it up for them one more time for your accomplishment.
Once again, I'd like to thank the Cockrell family for joining us for a short time this morning, as I know they enjoy taking part in the class days of each of the 5 high schools. Thank you. Once again. Presenting the Tupper Family Scholarship is Mr. Jeff Tupper and Miss Jonna Tupper.
We are the Tuppers, and we are very Blue Valley Tiger proud parents. We were heavily involved in the school from 2001 to 2012. Myself, I was the defensive line coach. My job was to teach your children how to be passionate. Isn't that the word I want to use right there, Coach? Passionate about destroying other people. I was very loud and passionate in the way I did it. My support staff was very loud from the stands. Some of you may have heard of the legend of the lady who screamed defense to where the entire county could hear. This is her. Our sons Jacob and Jackson were blessed to be Blue Valley Tigers. During that time period, what we learned is that didn't just get an education in the classroom. They weren't just taught by the teachers that they had classes with, but the entire administration, faculty, staff, service providers, and their other students were really the embodiment of all their educators. Education is very important to us. John's father is a doctor. Dr. Larimore is a PhD in economics and taught at universities at Missouri Southern and then out at Radford University. My mother was a kindergarten teacher, and I know that that's got to be in your top 5 great favorite teachers of all time, right? Well, I got to be raised by her, so that was great for me. So our first award recipient, Emily K. Lonergan, I think she goes by EK. She's going to Missouri Southern, which is very near and dear to my family. All 3 of my siblings graduated from Missouri Southern University. I happened to go to OU because I wasn't smart enough to get into Missouri Southern. I've got 2 nieces that went to Missouri Southern. One of them was an All-American in track there. I've got a nephew graduated from there, pitched baseball for the Southern Lions. And my dad and mom were 2 of the original Lionbackers, who are a support group for the athletics at Missouri Southern. So we're very proud of EK and we wish her the best. Our second award winner. Our second award winner is Miranda Holloway. Miranda had a 4.619 GPA. Yeah, I didn't know you could get that either. Miranda's going on to Washington University and going to study either a double or triple major. Didn't know you could do that. Very fond of music and also engineering. My father was an engineer. So you can kind of see that the Tupper family decides who we choose for these scholarships. We like to honor our family members and our heritage because a big part of that, and especially for our 2 sons, which are now 33 and 27, both doing extremely well, have taken the lessons and the education that they got at Blue Valley and made it work for them in all facets of life. 3 things I'd like to leave you with. Don't get so smart that you can't learn more. Don't talk so loud that you can't listen. And don't focus so hard on your path that you can't see the beauty around you. Have a great day.
Presenting the I Am One Ed Scholarship is Mrs. Molly McNally.
Struggling with our mental health does not make any of us different, it makes us human. Our resilience, those sources of strength that we tap into, is something of which to be proud. The I Am More Than Scholarship honors a senior who has faced adversity in their own mental health well-being and has had the courage and bravery to get help. They are more than their mental health struggles. Created by Carly Sandry, a member of the Blue Valley High School Class of 2019, out of her incredible passion for destigmatizing mental health and financially supported by the Blue Valley High School student government, the I Am More Than $500 scholarship will be awarded today. The scholarship was open to all Blue Valley High seniors, and applicants were given the following essay prompts. What obstacles have you overcome to get where you are today? What are some strengths and weaknesses you have, and how has that affected your journey? What healthy coping mechanisms do you use, and what do you want others to know about mental health? Each step of the way, this year's recipient has learned to be resilient, to recognize and understand his mental health, seek feedback and support from others, and to embrace who he is. He is someone that many students turn to when they are struggling. He is someone they can trust and who understands the significance of truly listening as well as connecting those students with support and help when needed. This year's recipient served on a committee with our superintendent and peers across the district to create a district-wide Sources of Strength program. This is one of his proudest high school accomplishments, and he plans to continue Sources of Strength work in college at the University of Arizona and beyond. Simply put by our recipient, it is his goal to continue to help others to never feel alone. I leave you with one final thought from this year's recipient. I love the idea behind our state motto, to the stars through difficulties. Not only will we endure challenges, but those challenges shape us and allow us to become our best selves. It gives me great pleasure to present this year's $500 I Am More Than Scholarship to Matthew Greenfield.
At this time, I present to you the Corral Seniors under the direction of Mr. Sam Dawes. I take great pride in introducing the first of two senior speakers this morning. Our first senior speaker is Sienna King. Sienna is the daughter of Brian and Marie King. Sienna is a member of National Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, Nu Alpha Theta, principal's honor roll every year, and serves as a Tiger mentor and peer tutor. Sienna earned second team All-State volleyball and plans to continue her career at Emporia State University, while majoring in business and minoring in political science. Ms. Sienna King.
A long time ago, there was a king, notorious for doing everything in his power to annoy his people. In light of this, he decided to have a gargantuan boulder placed in the middle of the road passing through his kingdom. Citizens would approach the boulder and grumble, but after the grumbling ceased, they would walk around it, leaving it forgotten. Years went by, following the same pattern, until one day a farmer approached the boulder, set down his load, and used all of his strength to destroy it, with the simple agenda of removing it from other people's way. After he rid the path of the obstacle, he found a note resting in its original location saying, "Congratulations. Present this note to the king and get your reward." Now, I know this may sound cheesy, but in this story, the king was trying to teach a valuable lesson in that roadblocks are not useless. They may take time and energy to overcome, but soon you will see that more often than not, they can actually be a blessing in disguise. A year ago, God instilled one of the greatest roadblocks we can ever face, and I think everyone here knows what I'm talking about: coronavirus. This thing in which none of us caused has drastically affected our lives in more ways than we could have ever imagined. I hate that I feel like the joys of my senior year were ripped from me the same way I would rip candy from my little sister's hands simply because I wanted it. But as I've thought more and more about it, I've come to realize that I've wasted so much of this past year being angry, disappointed, and viewing this quote-unquote roadblock from a glass-half-empty standpoint. People always say the grass is greener on the other side, but is it? Has the grass really ever been greener? I've had many roadblocks in my life, some minor, others major, but I couldn't tell you the amount of times I told myself, all I have to do is get through, insert problem here, and then everything will be okay. But life is always going to have something else to throw at you. Something else that will either force you to overcome or crumble into shadows. No one ever wants to have roadblocks in their life, but not everyone realizes that they are in fact 100% necessary. I think we often wait for this promise of a pain-free life, but I'm here to disappoint you and say that there isn't one. The reality is that we all face roadblocks, but the problem arises when we compare ourselves to others. I've seen this a lot in our generation, because we never see the roadblocks in the lives of friends or celebrities in their posts online. We see their highlight reel. Then we proceed to compare our roadblocks and shortcomings to the highlight reels of others, thinking, if only I had their life, then I could be happy. But the truth of the matter is, we're not seeing the hardships in the lives of these people we idolize. We fall prey to this unattainable idea of a life without troubles. Having roadblocks is what helps people to have empowering stories and what motivates us to succeed. Because if we didn't have them, we wouldn't fully be able to understand and enjoy the good parts of life. So have courage when you face trials of many sorts, for being tested produces perseverance. I challenge you, class of 2021. Start looking at current and potential roadblocks as opportunities to enhance your experience. Famous athlete Roger Crawford once said, "Being challenged is inevitable, but being defeated is optional." No one is given the perfect life, no matter how much you may think I'm wrong. But everyone is given the opportunity to make the most of their roadblocks. So, focus less on the challenge being presented, and focus more on the opportunities it possesses. Stop doing everything in your power to go around your roadblocks, and start facing them head on, knowing you are empowered enough to overcome. Cease wishing for someone else's life, because you're never going to get it. And start being grateful for your own, and soon you will see that there is no one else you would rather be. And always remember that when you walk through the fire, you never walk alone. To the class of 2021, congratulations on overcoming our roadblocks and making the most of a trying year. Please continue to welcome any new challenges in order to continue to better yourself. Thank you.
second senior speaker this morning is Jackson Hagan. Jackson is the son of Jason and Jennifer Hagan. Jackson is a member of National Honor Society and treasurer of National English Honor Society. Currently serves as vice president of the business club, is a member of DECA and BPA, serves as a Tiger mentor, and is the starting third baseman on the Tiger baseball team. Jackson is a DECA national qualifier, BPA national qualifier, member of the state champion BPA team, and a summa cum laude recipient. Jackson plans to attend Pomona College in Claremont, California, will study economics and continue his baseball career. Mr. Jackson Hagan.
Ad astra per astra. To the stars, your difficulties. You have all likely heard our great Kansas motto before. Actually, you have. As my great friend Matthew Reveal just said, to the stars, your difficulties as well. I've never really thought anything much of our motto throughout my time in Kansas, except the fact that it might be a little cliche. However, after everything we have gone through this year, I think that we can all resonate with this motto so much more now. We all know the countless trials and difficulties that we have endured this year, ranging from difficult learning conditions to a lack of social interactions to giving up so many of the activities that we love. Yet we still persisted to graduate. And this is why we are all gathered here in this room today. Because as individuals, we took it upon ourselves to go to the stars of difficulties this year. And for this reason, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate each and every one of you for completing this tremendous achievement of graduating from Blue Light High School. It has not been easy. You've done it. Let's take a deep breath. Now, let go of all your high school stresses. You've made it. We've all embodied our slightly cliche Kansas motto of going to the stars through difficulties this year. Now, since we're on the topic of cliches, high school has truly gone by like a blur. No matter how many times you hear it, it does not make it any less true. I finally conceded to my parents just the other day that they were right about high school. I need to cherish my time because it really went all too fast. I recall hearing those same words as my mom dropped me off on freshman orientation day. And being a snarky freshman, I likely replied, "Yeah, right, whatever, Mom," and just continued on my business. I could never truly imagine one day that I'd be standing here in front of you with our caps and gowns, ready to move on to the next chapter of our lives. But I can also never have imagined that this is the way that our senior year would end. You see, our senior year, which was built up to be the climax of our lives thus far, has not been characterized by hope, excitement, or gratitude as promised. Numerous anxiously awaited activities were put on hold beyond our control, and we were told ever since we were merely little freshmen that when we get to our senior year, everything will feel worth it. But many of us in this room feel that this weight on our shoulders has been anything but alleviated this year. And I know that all of us in this room, more than once or twice, or any number of times, have asked ourselves the exact same questions. Why me? Why us? And why now? Many times in the last year, I personally have caught myself succumbing to these challenges presented by COVID, and I'm sure many of you have as well. Whether it was missing assignments, accidentally missing some of our first hour Zooms, or just simply lacking motivation, and I know we've all been there. And it is so easy to lose sight of the stars we sought to reach through these difficulties. So I often found myself justifying so much of my struggle because of COVID. We thought, why did this have to happen to me? If only this didn't happen, I would have achieved so much more. However, we are all gathered in this room today because in the end, we chose to ultimately not to succumb to the challenges thrown at us. And through the struggle, I now ask myself the question, why not me? And I think we should ask ourselves the questions, why not us? The experiences we have had will be unmatched by any other class of high school graduates for eternity. And we have developed unparalleled life skills, resistance, and sacrifice that have differentiated us from any other class of high school graduates. However, this road to achieving our stars does not end here with graduation. In the scope of our high school career, we have gone to the stars through difficulties, and we have achieved so many of our goals. However, the entire rest of our life is out there ready to be made for ourselves. When I look around this room, I see future entrepreneurs, future husbands and wives, future military men and women. Yet most importantly, I see a group of individuals who are ready to take on anything that life throws at them. We now have a much more profound, mature, and intangible asset that we have acquired through high school that no other demographic of high school students can say that they have attained. It is that we have the confidence and experience of succeeding through immense adversity, the likes of which no other class of high school graduates has had to go through. And as I've said so many times, reaching our stars through difficulties. This is why we should think, why not us instead of why us? This is the perfect opportunity to find the good and the bad, to find the good and the bad, and to value all the things that we have learned about ourselves this year. No matter where any of us go in life, we will always remember the time that we beat a global pandemic and came together as individuals stronger than we had been before. So let's continue this trend of persevering through hardships, and let's continue to go to whatever stars we want through any kind of difficulties that we incur. I can already see how we as class graduates are continuing to go to the stars. We have our debate team still competing to take home national wins. We have our track, swim, golf, soccer, and yours truly, the baseball team, ready to try to take home state championships. We have students taking up jobs to gain experience into their professional lives. And simply enough, I think we are all ready to have the best summer of our lives. And as much as we cherish it, we're all ready to let go of high school. To Blue Valley High School, class of 2021. Let's not allow the coronavirus to cause our senior year, our lessons learned, and our memories made to be in vain. Let's cherish our experiences, celebrate our resilience, and commemorate all of us in this room. Let's continue to reach out the stars, no matter how high in the sky they may be. Go Tigers!
Hello, senior staff and parents. We're here to present the Senior Faculty Challenge Trophy. They're finally over. It's a labor of love. I enjoyed getting to have conversations with every single one of you, and thank you to students and staff who participated. And next year, James Houston, where are you at? Nowhere. I think what we're going to have to do is kind of like what the creators of Assassins did. Because I think they profited about, what, $300 each for playing the game? I don't know if anybody else was in on that. But James, I think we can make some money next year, so let's talk after this. And maybe if the senior lost the challenge, I guess they can come in and throw a little bit of money this way, kind of an amount that's really not really discussed. And I guess the winner can be crowned as the creators walk away with some cash.
It's interesting that you reference that, so you at least admit that you paid to like exact to win, so empty the pockets.
Hey, I brought the receipt, you're gonna see them a little bit later in the presentation.
Hilarious. I think you think you're funnier than you actually are.
Well, you want to see something funny, well.
Look in the mirror. Hilarious. Your jokes are getting old just like you old man.
So about 29?
You wish.
Well, you know, it's kind of cute. Like in Tug of War, when the senior girls showed up and actually thought they had a chance, kind of like you next year, maybe get some playing time in Aquaria.
Well, at least we didn't bring the biggest apologize and say they are employees.
Everybody knows they were paid employees of Valley High School. They had their badges. Everyone knows this already. It's been discussed.
We should have called in our paid employees of Evelyn, Addie, Lindsay as students. But, I mean, Emma still did block Mr. Pittman in volleyball, and we still won without them. Check those receipts.
Be that as it may, it's time to bring out the trophy and explain the results. So let's crown the winner. There were 332 total points. We started this beginning of the year beginning with Ken from Cornhole and ended with the volleyball main event challenge. And of those 332 points, the staff took home 213 and the seniors 119. Of the 145 qualifiers, the faculty won 100 of them, the seniors 45. And in the main event, faculty won yet again 113 to 74. So as a whole, seniors, you guys gave a valiant effort. Faculty went 27 and 6 and 7. That means you went 6, 27 and 7. And in the main event, faculty went 28 to 16, therefore you went 16 to 28. I really thought this was the year, maybe next year, but back to back to back, and infinity and beyond.
Congratulations to all the faculty and their years of practice, and the seniors that in all seriousness though, thank you so much to Liesl for putting this together and giving us something that brought us closer, despite the social distancing, and let us have some fun. Thank you.
This morning we have several unique scholarships we would like to award. Blue Valley High School PTO the past 17 years this year has chosen to honor the careers of distinguished faculty members who have served at Blue Valley High School through the establishment of a scholarship in their name. Presenting the Peggy Rose Scholarship in recognition of 38 years of service to Blue Valley High School as a physical education teacher, the longest tenure of any teacher at Blue Valley High School is Ms. Peggy Rose.
It is my pleasure to award the Peggy Rose Scholarships to two individuals whom I have known for 4 years and who are wonderful and thoughtful people, first and foremost. They are both excellent students, ranking high in their class academically. They challenge themselves and work at what they have taken on. They have been active in multiple sports teams and clubs, both in and out of school. They have balanced their schoolwork with their athletics pursuits seamlessly, been great communicators, responsible and reliable, and also have a wide variety of friends for a fun and active social life, although sometimes filled with drama. They virtually never miss a practice. They are hard workers and have overcome multiple obstacles and disappointments that came their way over their 4 years. They did not always get to follow the path they would have liked, but they found a new path and reveled in it and made lemonade out of lemons. They support each other and go out of their way to support and encourage the others around them, no matter of their experience or skill level, being happy for the improvement and success of others. We could not ask for better role models for the underclassmen. They are not afraid to try something new. They set goals and work toward achieving them. They are going to do great things in college and beyond. They will be greatly missed next year in the classroom, on the court, on the field, at the lanes, on the track, on the runway, and in the field, but forever in our hearts. Inside jokes all around. 420, we got no time for that. And charter members of the RHOBV, the real herders of Blue Valley. Emma Williams, volleyball, a little basketball, bowling, and about 8 track and field events, plus club volleyball, and going on to Washburn to play volleyball. And Aubrey Heron, soccer, 8 track and field events, and many hours of a job each week, plus a killer academic schedule, and will be attending MIZZOU. Thank you for being great Tigers every day.
Presenting the Greg Curran Scholarship in recognition of 7 years of service to Blue Valley High School as a counselor and 40 and a half years in education, Mr. Greg Curran.
Well, thank Blue Valley High School for the opportunity to serve for the last 7 years. I sincerely believe I've grown more than I've contributed. Seniors, it's my hope that the best days at Blue Valley High School for you will end up being the worst days of the rest of your life. Special thanks goes to the Blue Valley High School Parent-Teacher Organization for their consistent acts of kindness and support for families and students, or for students and faculty. So, on behalf of our Blue Valley High School PTO, it's my pleasure to select a senior recipient for a $500 scholarship. This student is an all-around good person, minds his own business, works well and hard, is highly respected and kind. It's my honor to present a PTO retirement scholarship to Kobe Austria.
the Lane Funk Scholarship in recognition of 5 years of service to Blue Valley High School and 34 years as a business teacher, and the first teacher in the district to teach at all 5 high schools, Mr. Lane Funk.
Thank you, Scott. I think that's the first time I've called you Scott in public. Congratulations, graduates. Thank you, PTO, and thank you for all the guests who were able to make it today. I've never been live streamed before, so hey, this is a whole lot more fun than Zoom. I actually see people looking at me. Strange. I'm going to pull a few rows as well. I've got 2 recipients that I would like to acknowledge today. Both were in my first semester 5th hour personal finance class this year. These 2 students have a huge heart. They have a great work ethic, and they took advantage of a strange year. The first senior just yesterday was awarded our Outstanding Business Student of the Year. He was a key business officer, part of our BPA state championship this year, which was very cool. And he is easily my most vocal and energetic mentor in Tiger Time. Second recipient is a 3-year starter on as a goalie on the 3rd place state championship team last fall. He is a tough competitor, a total team player, and not that I want to age myself, but both of his parents were former students of mine at Blue Valley Northwest. So, help me please congratulate Frank Gaston and Zach Marchesano.
Presenting the Kate Julian Scholarship in recognition of 18 years of service to Blue Valley High School as a special education teacher and 33 years in education is Mrs. Susan Fisher.
Mrs. Julian, for 33 years, served students that learned in a very unique way, and especially helped them in the area of math. That was one of her passions. Ms. Julian and I talked about who would be the best recipient for her scholarship. This wonderful woman has major grit, represents the standards at our school here in a wonderful way, but her heart of being a servant leader to those that are uniquely created and has a wonderful sense of knowing how to help students that have challenges. This scholarship goes to Grace O'Toole.
Presenting the Jane McGraw Scholarship in recognition of 8 years at Blue Valley High School as a counselor and 28 years in education is Mrs. Jane McGraw.
To the class of 2021, you are an incredible group of young people. You have persevered through the online learning and back to in-person learning and online learning. It's been a really interesting 9 months, and you guys have persevered. It's amazing. And the young woman who is receiving my scholarship works very hard at her academics and her athletics. She applies much of that same discipline to every aspect of her life,
that she will be successful in the future. All of you will find ways to follow your dreams and make incredible contributions to society. One of the quotes from her paragraph that I asked all the applicants to write about was their dream. Please describe what your dream is. And the applicants were amazing. Some knew exactly where they were going and what they were going to do. And they will. Some offered suggestions for a few things they were dreaming about. But they all said, I dream that we become more kind to each other and we encourage each other. And if you look out at your parents and the people here supporting you, it's because they're that. They have brought you and sent us to places and you follow their examples. And you have sent us amazing students. And we are very fortunate to have your trust. So, would Olivia Stiggy come to the stage here? Short paragraph, she says, I'm not sure exactly what I want to do. Well, that's 75% of this room when we went to college. But I do know that I want to help people, that if I go into medicine, I want to share with them how important it is to spend time helping others and encourage us to become an accepting of everyone's views. And I think that's incredible to say when you're 16, 17, when you're 18 years old. So Olivia, congratulations.
It is now time to recognize a group of students who are the very first to earn the Kansas Seal of Biliteracy in Blue Valley. This distinction has been awarded by the Kansas State Department of Education to recognize students who have demonstrated proficiency in English and one or more other languages by the time of graduation. It is a statement of accomplishment that recognizes a student's readiness for a career in college and for the engagement as a global citizen. Each student has met rigorous requirements, including extensive proficiency testing. Although only Spanish, French, Latin, and Chinese are taught in our classrooms, we have students qualify in a number of different non-English languages, reflecting the diverse backgrounds of the families in our community. These languages include Spanish, French, Chinese, Korean, Latin, Russian, German, Urdu, and Japanese. The Seal of Biliteracy is awarded in 2 levels, silver and gold. I would like to recognize the following Silver Seal of Biliteracy recipients representing at least intermediate or functional level proficiency in both English and the non-English language. When you hear your name, please stand and remain standing. Aiden Barrage, Latin. Ken Drakey, Japanese, Latin. Jan Jaramillo, Latin and Spanish. Ian Lim, Korean. Sophie Levin, Spanish. Shamar, Latin. Emma Patel, Spanish. Emily Venata, Latin. Ann Vasa, French. Congratulations. We'll have a number of students take the exam and use their score to qualify for the seal. These students must earn a 3 or higher on a language and culture exam in order to qualify, representing intermediate or advanced proficiency in a non-English language. I would like to recognize the following Seal of Biliteracy candidates and wish them luck as they carry out their testing. When you hear your name, please stand and remain standing. Sophie Bahadrazine, French. Grace Keitel, French. Jack McGuire, Spanish. Tanya Batani, Spanish. Akil Reddy, Spanish. Charlie Schiffman, Spanish. And Emma Williams, French. Good luck on your endeavor towards the Seal of Biliteracy. This is our 3rd year recognizing Blue Valley's graduating seniors using a lab-based system of recognition. Through this system, all students who have achieved cumulative grade point averages of 4.0 or above have the opportunity to strive for 3 levels of recognition. The first group of seniors we will recognize are those with a cumulative grade point average of 4.0 to 4.29, earning the distinction of cum laude. With the 54 seniors in this special group, please stand and be recognized. Please stand at this time, cum laude recipients. Today, we also want to recognize those seniors graduating with a cumulative grade point average of 4.3 to 4.49, earning the distinction of magna cum laude. With the 30 seniors who earned this distinction of magna cum laude, please stand at this time. Finally, we want to recognize those students who represent the highest academic distinction at Blue Valley High School. The Summa Cum Laude Award is presented to those students who are graduating with a cumulative grade point average of 4.5 or higher. At this time, we are privileged to recognize 30 seniors as Summa Cum Laude. As I read your names, please stand and remain standing. The names will be read in alphabetical order. Please hold your applause until all names have been read. Arish Ali, Kobe Ostra, Sophie Bahadrazing, Shayla Burry, Madeline Carr, Michael Clausen, Noah Clayman, Varun Injeti, Matthew Greer, Jackson Hagan, Elle Hempy, Aubrey Heron, Miranda Holloway, Claire Kim, Jay Lee, Jonathan Lemons, Ian Lim, Michelle Liu, Sophie Loveland, Emma McClure, Jack McGuire, Bryce Smeary, Simon Monka, Tanya Patani, Chase Peters, Nikhil Reddy, Emily Brixie Thatcher, Melanie Zhang, Eileen Venata, and Emma Williams. Members of the class of 2021, ladies and gentlemen, this year representing the Summa Cum Laude distinction are 30 students of Blue Valley High School. Congratulations to all of our students for your outstanding performance over the past 4 years. Job well done. This year, we did not get the opportunity to recognize our National Merit Scholars like we normally do. So I would like to ask the following to stand and remain standing. Please hold your applause until all are introduced. Commended Scholars Jay Lee, Jack McGuire, Ava Meiser, Chase Peters, and David Quirk. Finalists Arish Ali, Phoenix Johnson, Sophie Loveland, Emma McClure, Bryce Mary, Nikhil Reddy, Carson Schmidt, and Arul Sethi for 2021 National Merit Scholars. We would also like to recognize this morning, as is our tradition, several members of the senior class who have indicated their intent to serve in the military following their graduation. Would the following students please stand and remain standing as we announce your name? Owen Bemis, United States Coast Guard. Dan Hill, United States Marine Corps. Grant Carmer, United States Marine Corps. Gio Vaselli, United States Air Force. And Zeta Williamson, United States Naval Preparatory Academy. On behalf of the Blue Valley High School community, congratulations on your commitment to serve. And now we come to another special time during our Class 8 program, the presentation of memorial scholarships. As our vision statement implies, Blue Valley High School is a school community of rich and deep tradition. Presentation of memorial scholarships is a time-honored tradition. We've always believed once a tiger, always a tiger. The student, staff, and members of our school community, the door to this house is always open. Unfortunately, over the course of our school's history, there have been several students and community members who passed away. Today, we are deeply honored that the families of several former students and community members still feel connected to Blue Valley High School. We appreciate their willingness to share the memory of their family member, and we appreciate their generosity in presenting a memorial scholarship to a student who exemplifies the characteristics of their loved one. To the friends and family members with us this morning, we say once
again, say how amazing it is that the softball team continues to go to the trees on Metcalf to pay tribute to the girls. She also said she couldn't help but think that 23 years later, Jen continues to have such an impact on so many lives that will never be forgotten. She was only 15 years old when she was taken from us. But she touched so many people in her short time here because she was so special. This year's recipient was involved with choir, and he said he learned acceptance, kindness, and passion for supporting others. He said his family and friends have supported and encouraged him to try new things. My family and I really felt like this year's recipient was like Jennifer, with his love for music, helping other people, and his relationship with his friends and family. We donated Jen's organs because we knew she would have wanted to help others. And this year's recipient mentions how organ donation directly affected his family. This year's recipient has some of the same qualities that our Jennifer did, so it gives us pleasure to give this year's scholarship to Gavin Bruder.
Presenting the Brent Robertson Memorial Scholarship is Mr. Ryan Robertson and Mr. Dustin Harmon.
Thanks, Coach Bacon. First of all, I'd like to say thanks to Coach Bacon, Mr. Ortman, and Coach Terrell for allowing us to do this for the last 17 years. As Ms. Heston said, that you would think it'd get a lot easier, but we followed this young lady for 17 years. After that speech, it's kind of hard. So, we're here to represent the Brent Robertson Memorial Fund. Brent was taken away from us 17 years ago from an illness, and we wanted to continue his legacy through Blue Valley. When Coach Bacon talks about you're always welcome here at Blue Valley, and you have a special bond with the friends that you have, he's not lying. There's a lot of people here in the stands that Ryan and myself connect to all these memorial scholarships, so we appreciate that. The characteristics that we look for in the Brent Robertson Memorial Fund is talking with Coach Rankin, Coach Driscoll, and Coach Terrell. They always ask us, what are you looking for? And every year we say, that typical Blue Valley kid. And the only people that understand that typical Blue Valley kid are Blue Valley kids. I don't have kids in the school district. I coach football here and other places, and they always ask me what's different about Blue Valley. And you just can't explain it. They're the kids that are respectful, hard workers, good students. They're just kids that you want to be around, and they make everybody around them better. So with this year's recipient, I know he's going to continue the legacy of BR had, and we're looking forward to seeing where he goes. And so this year's recipient for the BR Memorial Scholarship is Josh Hammond.
presenting the Aaron Pastor Memorial Scholarship are Miss Holly Flagg and Miss Heidi Pastor.
Thank you, Coach Bacon. I would like to start out with a proverb that resonates with our family. Perhaps they are not stars, but rather openings in heaven where the love of our lost ones pour through and shine down upon us to let us know that they are happy. When hearing this proverb, I'm often reminded of my brother, Aaron, our son pastor, who passed away at age 33. I know one day I'll be reunited with him, but until that time comes, my family and I wish to continue his good work here on earth through the Aaron Pastor Memorial Scholarship. Aaron's foundation was formed so that we could honor scholar athletes who exhibited the traits my brother possessed. Aaron was an elite scholar, elite athlete, but never an elitist, period. Aaron graduated at the top of his class at Valley High School in 1998. He was accepted and graduated from Columbia University, an Ivy League college in New York City. Aaron was part of the state wrestling championship team in 1997 when he took third place. And the following year, he took second in state. He was part of the Kansas National Wrestling Team where he excelled in Greco-Roman and freestyle wrestling. He was even invited to train one summer in Colorado Springs at the Olympic Training Facility. He continued to wrestle at Division I at Columbia University. Most importantly, Aaron had a heart as big as outdoors. He spent a significant time shaping the minds as a youth group leader at his church. He worked at the Special Olympics with special needs children, some of whom became part of this extended family. Aaron offered his friendship willingly, with no expectation of receiving anything in return. He was the kind of person people gravitated towards. He exhibited such a profound love of life, love of family, love of friends, that it's no surprise his imprint he's left on our hearts and memories will live on forever. Above all, he was a loving son, caring nephew, and devout uncle, but he's also my best friend and my big brother. I often hear people's responses of what they remember about my brother, and I hear about the many accomplishments he achieved in a short life, but those things did not define him. My brother's greatest accomplishment was his huge heart. Just a smile from him could light up a room. In the circle of life, we not only mourn and remember those who departed before us, but we also celebrate the life ahead of us. It's with great pleasure that we celebrate this new beginning in memory of Aaron, to an individual that exemplifies the qualities that my brother possessed. Today, we celebrate an individual whose core characteristics embodied who Aaron was. Congratulations to Luke Highland.
We have learned that Luke is known for his hard work ethic, being one of the toughest kids in the room, and, quote, a warrior that walks among us. Luke doesn't shy away from a challenge. He worked his way up to varsity and showed his strength of character when he continued to wrestle with a broken nose during the regional tournament. He then went on to place third in his senior year. Luke shares a passion for his finance and accounting and has a desire to be a financial advisor, just like Aaron was when he graduated college. One thing that stood out to our family was his emphasis on the lifelong friendships he has made through wrestling, something that Aaron and him equally share. Luke has a desire to overcome any challenge as long as he puts his mind to it, as shown by the many references we received regarding his character. Lastly, his essay touched our hearts when we learned that Luke took a special interest in supporting his church and community, engagement with St. Michael's of Archangel, and his active participation with St. Mary's Food Kitchen. I have no doubt that Luke will continue his life with these sacred tenets of love, humility, humanity, and perseverance. Please join me and my family in congratulating Luke Highland as the 9th recipient for this year's Aaron Pastor Memorial Scholarship.
Presenting the Daniel Reardon Memorial Scholarship is Ms. Lauren Jennings.
Being up on stage is about my least favorite thing ever, so it's ironic that I'm announcing a Forensics and Theater Scholarship. My brother Daniel was the public speaker in the family. He'd probably have some joke or witty comment to add here, and that's one thing we will miss so much about Daniel. His spirit, his humor, and his tenacity and drive to perfect whatever he set his mind to do. And in high school here at Blue Valley, that was theater and forensics. This memorial scholarship is bittersweet. It's something I never thought we'd have the honor of doing, but helping a fellow forensics, debate, or theater student strive to perfect whatever is next in their future, it is an incredible gift that my brother's legacy has given. To the student that shows tenacity in the pursuit of goals, enjoyment of the Blue Valley Theater and Forensics program, and vision for the future, we'd like to award the Daniel Reardon Memorial Scholarship to Tanya Patani.
Presenting the Connor Vandergaard Heart of Kindness Memorial Scholarship is Ms. Nikki Vandergaard.
Congrats to the class of 2021. We are the Vandergaards. Our son Connor passed away. March 11th, 2020, last year, in a skiing accident in Colorado. His twin brother Nathan graduated in 2018, and with Connor dying on literally when the world shut down with COVID, it's been brutal. But his time here is immeasurable. His younger brother, who's behind me, Dylan, will graduate next year, and his younger sister will graduate in 2024.
Congrats to all the graduates. I need that speech again about courage, whoever gave that could give me a refresher would be great. Our son Connor grew, changed, and I'd even say transformed into a more confident, resilient, and amazing person during his time at Blue Valley High School. While Connor went to kindergarten in the Blue Valley School District, he then went to 1st through 8th grade in Union County schools just south of Charlotte, North Carolina. We returned to the Casey area just in time for Connor to start high school. We could not believe the difference Connor felt here, and that we too felt as parents. The support, the culture, and did I mention the support? Thank you, Susan Fisher. Honestly, we bragged quite a bit to anyone that would listen that the resources available here made a big difference in Connor's life. We credit the fantastic teachers, staff, and students here at Blue Valley with helping Connor in so many ways. We really weren't sure if Connor would go to college, let alone be successful during his first year in courses at KU in the School of Engineering. So thank you. After his death, we immediately thought of giving back to the Blue Valley High School community. It really is so unique and so wonderful. We have formed a foundation with a scholarship to a graduating senior in mind. This scholarship is a teacher-nominated and based on values. Thus, we are awarding a deserving senior that shares the following traits and values as Connor exhibited: kindness, helpfulness, tenacity, emotional honesty, zealous spontaneity, one that views and treats others without regard of color, disability, age, education, or any other factor, and strives to include others. The senior that has been selected for the first Connor Vandergaard Heart of Kindness Scholarship is one that treats all people with respect and kindness. He values the uniqueness of each person that crosses his path. He gives others the freedom to be the person they are created to be. This year's recipient represents the heart and soul of Connor on a daily basis. It is a privilege for our family to award this scholarship to Patrick Judy.
Presenting the Live Like a Champion Eric Driscoll Memorial Scholarship is Mr. Alan Terrell.
Hey guys. Coach Eric Driscoll, near and dear to many of us in this room. In case you didn't know him, I'm going to tell you a little bit about him. He was a Blue Valley student, he was an athlete, he was a teacher, he was a coach. He was the head football coach and head track coach here at Blue Valley. If you look around this room, on the walls, on the banners, every white banner represents the state championship. Any of those associated with football, Eric Driscoll is on. Every single state championship we won, he was associated with as a football program. Coach Driscoll was a transformational teacher and coach. He never, ever gave up on kids and constantly found ways to grow their heart even more than he changed their physical ability or ability to win a game. When we lost Coach Driscoll in February of 2017, the Blue Valley Touchdown Club, our football booster club, created a scholarship for a graduating senior football player to honor Coach D's legacy. Players are asked to write an essay with multiple prompts, one of which is, what does it mean to live like a champion? What does it to you? As teachers and coaches, working with the students that always get straight A's and always give their best in practice and do their homework and always do the right thing. Yeah, they're great to work with. They are fun. They're awesome to get to coach and teach. But that's not why we get into this career. We get into this career to help transform young people. That's our goal. That's our calling. And that was Coach Driscoll's calling. He facilitated growth and transformation in everyone he came into contact with. The 2021 Eric Driscoll Live Like Champions Memorial Scholarship winner didn't always live like a champion. And when I say that, I'm going to guess that people sitting in black out here understand who I'm talking about. He came to us with many challenges. He was ready to be, and at times begging to be transformed. And like any transformational process, there were highs and lows. The lowest point being when he almost lost the privilege of being a Blue Valley Tiger football player. That was his transformational moment. And from that moment forward, our winner was a champion in every sense of the word. He loved his school. He loved his community. He loved his teammates, his coaches, his family. He really loved his friends. And he showed it on a daily basis. He was accountable and led the other young men in our program, being elected a captain in his final year. Our winner was a true product of this amazing community, school, and football program. His transformation is going to continue. It's not over. He will continue to grow, and we can't wait to watch it. He'll transform many other people along the way. Personally, he's transformed me as much as a coach as I ever transformed him. I love him and can't wait to witness his future. Your 2021 Eric Driscoll Live Like Champions Memorial winner, Clayton Powell.
I would like to thank our presenters this morning for being part of the legacy and tradition of Blue Valley High School once again. It is now my pleasure to introduce our senior class sponsor, who has done an outstanding job working with our senior class, Mr. Jason Billiesel.
As cliched as it sounds, it truly does go by so fast. It seems just like a year ago, you guys were walking through around the red carpet as freshmen, me as a first-year teacher again in a new school. You are now seniors ready to take on new adventures. Just a few more hoops and a few more hurdles, and you can peace out of the deep forever. It should bring you joy and maybe some sorrow, though you were leaving it as over. feeling because there are no do-overs. I hope you made the most of your time here. Along this journey, you told those that you love and value that you love and value them often. Relax for a minute and take that deep breath. Now slowly exhale. Think about those moments and those people. Now look around at the people who are sharing this moment with you. Things will never be the same, and they're not supposed to be. Change is ubiquitous in our life. These moments pass, the scenes change, but the memories will always remain. As you get wrapped up in all that's happening in the next few days, make sure you appreciate those who walk that journey patiently and lovingly with you, by your side. Your parents are so immensely proud of you, and I implore you to never take them for granted. Celebrate this moment with them, and thank them for the sacrifices that they have made for you and will continue to make for you. You are their ultimate treasures, and you are irreplaceable, and so are they. Show your love and appreciation often and authentically. In a survey I sent out to you guys, because every single one of you checks your emails often, right? I'm sure you got it, but I did ask the staff and seniors to write 2 to 3 words that encapsulate what this year meant to you. And seniors, all the words the staff used to describe you, these are the top 10. Resilient, adaptable, positive, forward-thinking, kind, patient, remarkable, creative, passionate, and powerful. And of the words you used to describe the staff, you said they were caring, helpful, genuine, kind, encouraging, patient, considerate, supportive, compassionate, resilient. I'm proud to be a part of a school like that, and so should you. This is a special place to call home, and it truly is a great day to be a Tiger. Motivational Monday, a throwback to some of you I've had in class before, and it's from Rocky. If you know what you're worth, go out and get what you're worth, but you have to be willing to take the hits. It's how hard you can hit, how hard you can get hit, and keep moving forward, and that's how winning is done. And seniors, you not only got back up again, but you also hit back. You may have lost out on a lot this year, but you also learned about resiliency and adversity, and that is priceless. You persevered, and for that, you should be proud of yourselves. You made it. When you encounter adversity, you can find that moment where it defines you. You must be the creator of your life and not a passive bystander. It is your life. You ultimately have to do it your way. Do not take a special moment for granted. Live in it. Get 100% present in it. Put your phones down and give your people your love, not your like. It does matter. Live your life with intentional purpose, and you may not find your true calling. It may find you. Do not stare too long at locked doors or closed doors, as there are always open doors somewhere else. Never settle for less than your worth. It is entirely up to you. Embrace the change and the unknown. If you make a mistake, learn from it, own it, understand it, and understand that that is the tuition we pay to live. Those that never made a mistake have never tried anything new. Try new things and explore your world. An anonymous quote submitted by one of your peers caught my attention. I want to share it with you. If you are a good leader, people will admire and respect you. And if you are a great leader, people will admire and respect themselves. Be great leaders. And speaking of great leaders, Mr. Baker, can I get one final word for the senior class? Thank you, seniors. We will miss you. We wish you the absolute best, and I'll wait to see what you do next. Those that matter to you will not mind who you are, and those that do mind who you are should not matter to you. Stay true to yourself, and surround yourself with quality people who reciprocate your love and appreciation for life. Every day above ground is a beautiful day. It is a gift, that's why it's called the present. The student said that he heard Mr. Gleasel peaked in high school, so that's why he never left. Well, Nathan, I have not even hit my peak yet, and you all haven't even scratched the surface of your potential. Truth is, one day we all leave for bigger and better things, or because it's our time. Saturday, it will be your time. Hopefully we all find what we're looking for one day. On to new beginnings, new memories, and bigger and better things. Thank you, class of 2021.
This time we will prepare for the traditional ribbon cutting ceremony. Class of 2021, Blue Valley High School staff, family, and friends, I want to thank you for your attendance this morning. This felt good. Commencement will be at 6 p.m. Saturday evening, weather permitting, at SWIDAC at the campus of Blue Valley Northwest. After the recessional, we will need to meet seniors back here in the gym for commencement practice for a few minutes. Parents, feel free to wait in the commons area until we have concluded that time with them. Please stand at this time for the Blue Valley High School fight song in procession.
Thank you.